I'm thrilled, and so is Paul Calvet, who's sitting right here next to me. Paul Calvet, former Barca player. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Robert. Welcome to all the Barca fans. We are so excited to leave the greatest match across the world. Blink once and you will miss something.
Well, the Barca players are just about to come out for warm-ups, and we're going to send you down to Mike and Georgina, who are much closer to them. Over to you, Mike. Okay, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Georgina. Go take your seats and enjoy the game. We're going to do the same as you have. We're going to take a selfie, and as the fans are roaring, as the Barca players go into a huddle, we're going to take a selfie and post it on the club's social media as well. Here we go. Smile, Paul. And that's a beautiful one. We remind you that you can follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, and YouTube Live. We've got lots of people asking questions via Facebook, via YouTube, and via Twitter. We're going to try and answer some of those questions. We remind you that the hashtag is El Clasico. The first thing that lots of people are making reference to is that this is a Clasico without Lionel Messi and without Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's a kind of strange game, Clásico, you know, because they were ruling the football landscape the last 10 years. I think it's not rocket science to say that Leo Messi is the best of the best. He's a high scorer, he's a playmaker, he dribbles whenever he wants. And on the other side, I think Cristiano is Real Madrid is missing Cristiano a lot, you know, because he is very punchy, and the results, you know, are showing that Madrid is not performing really well this early stage of the season.
Okay, well, we'll surely miss both of them, and we've just seen on our screen how the fans that are gradually filling up Camp Nou are practicing this spectacular mosaic that we'll be able to see in just a few seconds. Lots of people are asking as well if they'll be able to see the game, if we'll be streaming the game. Unfortunately not. We do not have rights to do that, but Paul and I will try to describe everything as accurately as possible. We'll try to bring you every little detail, and only the fans in India, Facebook Live in India, will be able to watch the game. And now we've got lots of people also mentioning the lineups of both teams. We're going to take a quick look at them, and Paul is going to offer us some of the analysis. So let's take a look at the Barca lineup. It's Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. It's Sergio Roberto, Piqué, Lenglet, and Jordi Alba at the back. In midfield, we've got Sergio Busquets, Rakitic, and Artur. And we've got Rafinha, Suarez, and Coutinho up in the front line. Paul, what is Barca going to offer today?
That's true. From the Barca perspective, you know, this is a 4-3-3 typical. Rafinha is going to take Messi's load, and as well as Coutinho, they are more midfielders than forwards. So I think that they're going to be more solid. They're risky, and Piqué is going to lead the defense, the back line, and he has played the whole minutes of the entire leg. Then Busquets in the midfield is going to be pillar of the team, with Artur, that he has a DNA Barca, although he is a newcomer. And in front, Suarez has to dress himself as a leader of the team to score goals, to create great opportunities, and to connect with Coutinho before.
Okay, and we're going to take a quick look at the Real Madrid lineup. We've got Courtois in goal, Nacho, Sergio Ramos, Varane, and Marcelo at the back, Casemiro, Modric, and Toni Kroos in midfield, and up front they've got Isco, they've got Benzema and Gareth Bale. Just quickly, Paul, the main dangers of this Real Madrid.
We were mentioning before that Madrid is missing Cristiano a lot, and we were taking some notes about the key drivers of the team. First of all, we have to pay attention to the counter-attack, because Bale, he has a great run, and if we lose the ball in the midfield, maybe it's gonna be hard, you know, to take him. Secondly, the midfielders are strong as well. Probably it's gonna be a good battle, you know, to see which team is gonna take the ball. And finally, the set pieces, because as Ramos and Varane, they are tall, they are strong, and they have got a lot of scores. So we have to take care of these points.
Okay, and you were talking before about Luis Suarez, how he has to be one of the team's leaders today. Georgina had a chance to talk to him during the week, and this is what he had to say. I'm not sure if we've got the video
Is your
yet.
Clásico routine any different that you're rooting for a La Liga or Champions League game?
I think the Champions League game and the El Clásico are a little the same routine because you like this game, but I think the Clásico is unbelievable for the player, for the focus, for what you do on the pitch. But I think the Clásico is a little most important.
Do you think that El Clásico is really the ultimate game that all players want to play once in their life?
Yes, I think so because the Clásico is the dream for when you was a children. I think all the players want to play this game, and the atmosphere play against Real Madrid is unbelievable for all the players.
So that is what Luis Suarez had to say to Georgina before the game, and he mentioned, Paul, it is the dream of every child to play in one of these games.
For sure, every single child that loves football wants to play or even live this amazing match. We are so excited and we are looking forward to watching a great show this afternoon.
And we're expecting a full Camp Nou here. We can see some footage of the fans on our screen. The players are just about to come out. We've got an empty field at the moment, but the fans are encouraged, the fans are excited, and they're going to do a spectacular mosaic. I think that we have a video prepared showing us what this is going to look like, and we'll be back right now. Okay, so that video isn't quite ready yet. So, Paul, just quickly before we manage to do that, Barca have 18 points, Real Madrid have 14. So it's an important win if Barca get it to expand that gap.
Absolutely. And it's not only just 3 points, you know, because if Barca wins, it's going to go up to 7 points. But, you know, if Madrid wins, like, just 1. Yeah, so pretty much this is the thing. It's more than 3 points here tonight. Barca has to play his best, has to perform and try to be better and beat Real Madrid.
Okay, so I think now we do have that mosaic video ready, and this is what we're going to see just in a few minutes. Hi guys, hey everyone, we're at Camp Nou. We're about 5 minutes away from El Clásico, Barca against Real Madrid. The stadium is getting full and people are very excited. We're thrilled to be here. I'm a bit nervous, Paul, because this is the first time I'm going to be broadcasting a game of this type, and I think it's your first time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We are so excited as well because it's like the best match to start broadcasting. Yeah, but definitely we're going to do our best. Broadcasting this game across the world, it's a great opportunity for us, for the club, and so on. And we are ready to tell you what's going to happen here in the stadium.
The players are just about to come out. They're going to show this spectacular mosaic in the stands. The atmosphere is great. And we've got lots of people asking us questions. We encourage you to ask us some questions, and we'll try to answer them during the game. Hashtag El Clásico. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitter. We've got people, I've written down some countries. We've got people from Canada, from Panama, from Italy, from Colombia, from Mexico, Peru, from Honduras. We've got people from California as well. Paul, you've lived there. What kind of expectation do you think there'll be in California for this kind of game?
Yeah, I was there for a while. Soccer, that's the way that they mention football, is in a long run. They are investing tons of money, and even the tension is going to the beautiful game. So I say hello to everyone all around the world, and for sure they're going to enjoy an amazing show tonight.
And now the people are raising their cards. This reversible mosaic with this wonderful We Colour Football message. What do you think about that? It's kind of like how Barca turns football into an art, isn't it?
Yeah, it tells a lot about the style of the club before. How they want to, to build from the scratch, to be more focused on the process instead of the goal or the end result, And in Barca, you have to play well to get the result. That's what they teach in the Barca Academy, and I think that's what the people all around the world
identify Barca with. Yeah, it's a spectacular image, isn't it? I mean, we're seeing it now on our screen. Not all of the fans are here, but nearly all of them are. We've got that We Colour Football in yellow. We've got the Blaugrana stripes, and we're also going to have the Catalan flag stripes, the yellow and red. We're just about to see the players come out onto the field. El Clasico is just about to start, and it's going to be a great one. We've said that Messi isn't in it, but we've got great players. We hope that Barca can win. We're expecting lots of goals as well. The last Clasico, Paul, without a goal was a 0-0 draw in 2002, so a long while has gone since then. There have been some great Clásicos, haven't there?
Yeah, we are expecting goals. We are expecting great performance from both teams, but also from Barca, because they need to take a step forward, for leading the league. And we are taking a look at the mosaic. It's amazing. The crowd is nuts, and We Colour Football is the anthem of this afternoon.
We remind you that this is Barca Live and that we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, and we're on Facebook. Very soon we're going to be just on the Barca app on fcbarcelona.com as well. But today you can follow us and send us your questions via hashtag El Clasico as well on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We remind you that we will not be showing the game. You'll be seeing Paul and myself. I'm Robert and he is Paul. And now we can hear the anthem of Football Club Barcelona.
Spectacular.
Well, that was spectacular, Paul. It was the a cappella version of the Barca anthem. It's week 10, it's El Clasico, it's Barca against Real Madrid. Are you excited, Paul?
A lot. A cappella, it's even greater, this anthem. It's spectacular when you see 100,000 people chanting the Barca anthem. And before the players, they were picturing the game, visualizing how it's gonna be, and checking the last updates.
There's that reversible mosaic we were talking about. We Colour Football. We can read the message on those yellow cards and the blue and red stripes. The atmosphere here is spectacular. The volume of the fans right now singing a cappella again is simply amazing.
It's the most important game of the season, So the tension is here on the field.
Well, we've got both teams on the field. We've got Sergio Busquets and Sergio Ramos, both captains.
We are missing Messi this afternoon, as a captain.
Okay, and we're going to take a quick look at the lineups again, Paul Calvet. It's Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal for Barca with Sergio Roberto Piqué, Lenglet, and Jordi Alba at the back. We've got Busquets, Rakitic, and Arthur in midfield, and Rafinha, Suarez, and Coutinho up front. Same lineup as against Inter Milan.
Yeah, Barca, I think they have to play safe from the beginning, take over the rhythm of the game, keep it flowing, and then as time goes by, be more aggressive towards the target.
Everything is ready for this Clásico to start. Real Madrid are going to have the first possession of the game. They're playing in their traditional clean white kit, and Barca are playing with their blue and red stripes. Barca, if you're watching this on television, will be attacking to the right, Real Madrid to the left. The referee waiting for this Clásico to get underway, to get ready, and here we go. It's Real Madrid, and you can hear the boos from the fans. It's Casemiro playing with Nacho, as we say, first possession for Real Madrid. The ball back to Thibaut Courtois, playing in his own box. Looking for the long ball over to the right side for Gareth Bale. He's going to be one of the main threats. Barca with some pressure there to win the ball back, and it's Ivan Rakitic. Barca get their first touches in, Paul.
Yeah, now's the time to build that from the scratch, to keep the ball, to find the alternative, you know, to hurt them.
This is Rakitic, who's going to be playing alongside Busquets. We can see Barca's tactic, more or less. It is a 4-3-3 kind of, isn't it?
I'm very highly of Arthur. He's an absolutely great player, and it reminds me Xavi, not because he's short, but because the way that he understands the game.
That was Arthur getting involved, playing with Sergio Roberto. We've got the two centre-halves now, Piqué and Lenglet. First Clásico for Lenglet as well as Arthur.
Yeah, Lenglet is a newcomer as well. And I think that it's more a Piqué profile, you know, more technique with a nice...
Oh, here come Real Madrid on the break. It's offside. Sorry, Paul, but Benzema was running towards Ter Stegen, and that meant danger, but the assistant did raise his flag. You were saying, Paul?
Yeah, I was saying that Lenglet, he has a very Piqué style, you know. He tries to build up nice and clean from the scratch, and yeah, we are so excited as well. It's going to be a great challenge for him.
Here's Jordi Alba sending a long ball through to Coutinho. He's onside, the cross looking for the far post. Sergio Roberto's going to run for it, but I don't think he'll be able to keep it in play. It's a throw-in for Real Madrid in an advanced position for Barca, so there's going to be some high pressure here by Rafinha, by Rakitic and Luis Suarez to try and complicate things for Julian Lopetegui's side. Real Madrid, who, by the way, have not been in the best of forms lately, Paul, have they?
Not really. Even the head coach, Lopetegui, he has a great question mark, you know, because he's performing pretty bad, and we will see what's going to happen after this game.
Here's Barca with possession at the moment. Team wanting to keep the ball. It's Rakitic in his own half. Barca looking for that left flank with Jordi Alba and Coutinho. Suarez back to Jordi Alba. He's in an advanced position. The ball goes back to Artur. Here's the Brazilian midfielder playing with Piqué. Barca switching things over to the right, but Piqué wants to send it over to Alba. Good run back by Gareth Bale there to chest the ball over to Courtois.
I'm quite surprised. I expect Madrid a little more higher, but if they are waiting for Barca, you know, in a very tight way, it's for a reason, you know. So let's see. At the beginning, the game is a little mellow. It's not very exciting, you know, in terms of chances and attempts and so on.
Here's Ramos with the long ball looking for the run of Benzema, but the ball goes straight into the hands of Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who, as you said in the pre-game, Paul, managed to keep a clean sheet against Inter Milan, and that's important. The team was saying, we heard Gerard Piqué, for instance, saying that we've been conceding goals too easily. Careful with that long ball by Jordi Alba looking for Suarez inside the box. We were talking about those clean sheets.
Yeah, it's always highly important, you know, to keep the goal, you know, your own goal zero. But above all, when you don't have the top scorer of your team, it's Messi, and they have to pay attention a lot, you know, to keep it safe, to don't allow Madrid to have chances.
At the moment, it's Artur putting pressure on Varane. Madrid playing in their own half over on the right side. This is Varane again. He's got the option of Courtois further back. Suarez making the run. towards Courtois. Bale complaining there after bumping into Jordi Alba. The referee gives nothing, and Barca wins the ball back. Here's Rakitic with Rafinha. Busquets, Barca combining beautifully in midfield. One touch, two touch. Here's Jordi Alba. He gets the bounce off of Nacho. Suarez trying to play the ball inside for Jordi Alba. Barca still has the ball. Coutinho's inside, looking for the cross. Courtois managing to catch the ball.
I don't really like the way Barca is pressing after losing the ball. You know, it's the best time, you know, because you don't allow the other team to think, and even they are not organized to then defend you.
There's a foul now on Rafinha, and the fans are complaining. They want a yellow card on Sergio Ramos. That's the first one for the Real Madrid captain and centre half. The ball is in the centre circle. The referee is having a word with Ramos, but there'll be no yellow card.
Ramos has a lot of experience, and he knows that in the very beginning of the game, he's not going to get a yellow card. So he's
trying to mark his territory, kind of. Yes,
exactly. Pushing from the beginning, and then maybe he's going to be more aware about what he does.
Barca has the ball again at the moment, having the longer possessions against the Real Madrid side that's trying to come out, but sitting back in their own half mostly. Here's a long ball by Langley, not good enough to find Coutinho. There'll be a throw-in on the right side for Real Madrid.
Anyway, but I think the first minutes of Barca are being great so far. So you have to keep having the ball, you know, keeping, taking, passing, and moving from one side to another to find the space to get more attempts.
At the moment, Real Madrid are kind of struggling to keep the ball, really. There's no sequence with more than 3 or 4 passes by the side,
and even
from the capital of Spain.
Even it doesn't look that they want the ball, you know. It's like maybe they are more waiting for Barca, you know, when he loses the ball, and then go to counter-attack than keeping it and building from the beginning.
Here's Busquets finding Rafinha, who plays it out wide to Sergio Roberto. Back to Rafinha. The ball is taken away from him by Toni Kroos, and Madrid will play from behind. Isco surrounded by 3 Barca players. Toni Kroos, they know how to do that as well. They're managing to keep the ball in spite of the Barca pressure. Casemiro, pressured by Rafinha. Sergio Roberto slides in to clear the ball.
Yeah, we don't have to admit that Madrid has skillful players above all in the midfielder. Isco, Kroos, and Modric, even Marcelo. So
here's a run by Gareth Bale. Piqué's chasing back. The cross by Bale finds Benzema with the volley inside the box. It's a first chance for Real Madrid. Left-footed volley by Benzema. Bale has switched sides. He's gone over to the left, and he put in a cross to connect with the French striker. There was no trouble for Ter Stegen because it went high over the crossbar, but it is a first chance for Real Madrid.
That's what we were saying before, like Gareth Bale took a great run and then crossed the ball to the box, and fortunately Benzema missed the shot. But we have to pay attention of that.
We remind you that we're on YouTube, Twitter and Facebook Live. You're following El Clasico with us via the Football Club Barcelona social media channels. Here is Rafinha. Barca going into attacking mode. Rafinha over to the left with Jordi Alba. In front of him is Nacho. Rafinha back to Busquets. Pressure by Benzema. But Barca managed to keep the ball at the moment in their own half with Gerard Piqué, who's in the centre circle. Philippe Coutinho making himself available. Busquets, the run of Jordi Alba. This could be dangerous. He hasn't got Messi, but he can connect with other people inside the box. But there's a clearance by Casemiro, and here are Madrid on the run again. Gareth Bale beaten there by Clement Langley, who is applauded by the Barca fans. Barca looking sure at the back at the moment.
And it's very interesting the role that Rafinha has adopted, you know, as a free attacking role. That he's looking at the space. He's not on the right side of the field, but he's, you know, moving between lines.
And at the moment, in comparison with the Inter game, we've got Rafinha playing more on the right and Rakitic on the left. It was the other way around the other day. I'm not sure if that's a tactical decision or whether they've just come up with that.
Yeah, I think that Rakitic and Arthur, they are switching because the role is pretty similar. So I think it's more something that it's going during the game, more than a position that they are trying to switch from the beginning.
Or maybe it is because Rakitic can be more on top of Luka Modric, who is slightly more creative than Toni Kroos, and that means that Arthur can pay more attention to attacking, maybe.
Yeah, that's another
factor.
They know each other pretty well. So Modric is a paramount player from Madrid, and Rakitic knows very well. So it could be a great way to defend him.
Here's the run by Jordi Alba. This one could be dangerous. He's got in behind the defense. Alba raises his head. He's got Coutinho with the line. It's a goal for Barca. It's a goal for Philippe Coutinho, and the fans are roaring. 10th minute in the game, and it's a goal by Philippe Coutinho in his second Clásico. Excellent run by Jordi Alba in behind the defense. He waited for the right moment to find Philippe Coutinho. And Barca take the lead in the 10th minute. Paul, how amazing was that?
Absolutely fantastic. Jordi Alba got a great run and he passed back to Coutinho that he was alone. I'm so surprised about that. But he shot very well in the left side of the goal of Courtois. So amazing way to start a game. Barca is winning 1-0. And Madrid looks like shock right now.
Real Madrid will have to come back. The fans are chanting, the fans are delighted. Philippe Coutinho with his left foot inside the box, coming in from behind after an excellent Jordi Alba run. And here's pressure by Barca, but there's a foul called on Luis Suarez. It could have been a dangerous situation.
Suarez.
It's very similar, excuse me, Paul,
yeah,
to what happened in the last Clásico when Suarez got an early goal. Then that ended 2-2. It ended in a draw after a controversial sending off of Sergio Roberto right before half-time. But it is a similar start.
It's pretty similar, very similar. I was watching Suarez, how he pushed, and
oh, and it's another good run. Here's Suarez. He's got Coutinho to his left, and Barca are in the box again. Here's Philippe Coutinho looking for an opening. This shot bounced off of the legs of a Real Madrid defender. Suarez wanted the ball back. Yeah, it was another good chance there.
I was saying that Suarez doesn't take anything for granted. So every single action he goes.
Here comes Modric, sorry, ball. Gareth Bale with a weak shot with his left foot. Straight into the hands, no trouble for Marc-Andre ter Stegen. But Barca do need to be careful with that because Real Madrid, with space to run, are very dangerous.
Yeah. Bale's shot wasn't good enough, to make an impact. But yeah, we have to take care of that because Madrid, when he runs behind the defense of the teams, they are very dangerous.
And right now, Barca would be 7 points ahead of Real Madrid, leading the table with 21 points. Real Madrid would be left out of European positions with 14.
That's not normal in the Spanish league. Number 4 for Madrid. Madrid is in a tough spot right now, and the head coach as well. I don't think if the game ends like this, he's gonna keep his spot.
And that was Philippe Coutinho's 4th league goal. You can hear the fans chanting for the team. Here's Suarez. Barca making a move forward. It's Rafinha. He's got Sergio Roberto to his right. There goes the ball. Roberto can put in a cross. Looking for the far post. Coutinho has to run back to be able to control that ball. He's got Nacho defending him. Here is Coutinho. The ball goes back to Jordi Alba. Barca are on the left. Is Jordi Alba, Coutinho. Now Artur. Back to Rakitic. Real Madrid with all 11 players in their own half.
Real Madrid is completely groggy, it looks like they are not on the same page. You know, Barca from the scratch, they have the ball. They know how to play, what they want, and Madrid is like senseless.
And Barca are being very dangerous, especially down that left flank, aren't they? With Coutinho, they've got Jordi Alba, who provided the assist in the first goal. And Real Madrid are struggling with Nacho and Bale on that side. The fans applauding because Barca are keeping possession.
Yeah.
And now the ball over to that left side again. Here comes Jordi Alba, who's playing more as a winger than as a fullback. 1-2 with Coutinho, which is intercepted by the Real Madrid defense. Now the Marcelo's got the ball.
You were right, Robert. Left side of Barca is the good one, you know, where they are like hurting Madrid. Coutinho and Alba, they have a lot of space as well, and they're creating the attempts.
And there's a harsh tackle now on Rafinha, who went flying. Referee says play on. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid on the left side of Marcelo. But after the goal, the best reaction has probably been Barca. Barca have just kept going, haven't they? Real Madrid, as you said, are struggling to react.
Yeah, there is no time, you know, here to concede goals with space. It's a great team, and
Here's Marcelo with a shot, and Ter Stegen with a little bit of trouble.
You never know when Madrid is gonna, you know, wake up.
Well, things would have gotten complicated now if that shot had gone in. Ter Stegen had to react, and the ball ended up bouncing off of his chest. He looked like he had the situation under control. Oh, here's a good pass by Suarez. A bit too deep for Rafinha. Varane in time to react. But
Madrid, Rafinha is more midfielder. He's not a winger, not a forward, so he's not very fast. So he needs more the ball on the feet, you know.
Now Busquets looking for the run of Suarez, who wasn't ready for it, and the ball ended up in the hands of Thibaut Courtois. Real Madrid playing from behind. The boos are for Sergio Ramos, the Real Madrid captain, but he gives the ball straight to Sergio Busquets. Suarez trying to protect that position. The referee says get up. There's no foul. Suarez went to the ground. It looked like he was in advantage, and instead of going for the run, he tried to place his body in front of Ramos to protect that position. He went down to the ground. Referee said nothing was to be called. Here is Gerard Piqué. The fans roaring.
Fans are delighted because of the start of Barca.
There's a foul on Ivan Rakitic now. 17 minutes played. It's Barca 1, Real Madrid 0. We remind you that the goal scorer was Felipe Coutinho in the 10th minute. So an excellent start for Barca. Here's Artur Rakitic.
People were asking a little more for Coutinho before the game, and definitely he started really well. Even when I was taking a look at the warm-up, he was with Suarez, you know, like crossing some balls, and he was like adopting the playmaking role that Messi has. And I think that we need more of Coutinho. He's doing right now, and I think it's the tone that we have to follow.
We've got some fans asking us to put the camera on the field. Unfortunately, we do not have the rights to do that, so we're going to try and explain this as accurately as possible. Now Felipe Coutinho has the ball in midfield and gets away from Luka Modric with a lovely little move. Coutinho
fantastic
with Rakitic, and here come Barca on the attack. There's a through ball for Rafinha, who tries to cut inside to his better left foot, excuse me. But the ball was taken away from him. Oh, here's Artur on the edge. He can get a shot. Artur and Courtois, who flies in with a save. Artur very close to scoring Barca's second.
Great save.
Barca with pressure now. There's a free kick given to Real Madrid. What a chance, Paul, for Artur to score in his first Clásico. He went for the finish from the edge of the box for the top right corner with the inside of his foot. But Courtois did put in an excellent save, didn't he?
It looked like a pass, you know, and very precise, but Courtois took it very well. Pulled off the ball. He did a great save.
What a chance it was for Barca. Could have been 2-0 easily, but Thibaut Courtois is a top-level keeper. and that was a top-level save. Here's Bale making the run. Jordi Alba
Be careful
running
here.
back. Piqué having to slide in, and that is not a foul yet, but Benzema picks up the ball. Isco inside the box. Jordi Alba getting the touch, and Barca managed to clear the ball away. This could be a counter-attack now. What a foul on
What a foul.
Rafinha. No yellow card, though, at the moment. It was going to be a clear counter-attack. Barca tried to play the ball quickly. Referee says it has to be done again.
Casemiro is a kind of a ruthless player, you know, that he tries to cut the counterattacks of the team, no matter how.
Well, if you ask me, it could have been a yellow card because Barca were going on the counter-attack. Rafinha cut to his left. There was a sliding tackle. He was brought down. It was maybe a bit of intention of playing the ball, but little chance.
Probably it should have been, definitely.
yeah.
It should have been a yellow card for Casemiro.
No yellow cards issued at the moment. Barca trying to find Rafinha over on the right side. He has the support of Sergio Roberto making the run forward. Here's Rafinha. Suarez offering himself. Wasn't a good pass by Rafinha. Alcantara. Isco in a more defensive position, trying to bring the ball out. Nacho trying to get away from Coutinho, but the ball goes straight out of play. 20 minutes played. Barca 1, Real Madrid 0. Felipe Coutinho with his 4th goal in the league, giving Barca the lead at the moment.
Yeah, we have to remind you, the people, that Nacho is replacing Carvajal. So
Yep.
Carvajal is the one who usually starts, and as he's injured, he's not playing right now.
Suarez making himself available all the time. Here he is trying to provide the ball to Coutinho, who was making the run down the left side. Good recovery by Rafael Varane.
They were trying to do a 1-2 in the left side of Barca attacking position. Definitely the goal is in the left side of the Barca attacking
Side, yes.
Yeah.
With Coutinho, with Jordi Alba, we were saying it before, that's where the goal came from. A good run by Jordi Alba, who waited for the best moment to make the cross to find Coutinho. Here's Coutinho, who tried the back heel pass. Sneaky little trick there to find Suarez, but there was no understanding between both players. Suarez didn't make the run, and Real Madrid have the ball now. Here's Karim Benzema, who's playing on the left a lot, isn't he? Here is Varane. Pressure by the Barca players. Busquets running towards Luka Modric. Here is Isco. Nacho making the run forward, yes.
Now they switch. Isco in the right side, trying to get more the ball, to be more in contact, and Benzema is in the left. So they're trying to switch positions to figure out where are the alternatives to have the ball, you know, and react.
We've got a throw in for Real Madrid, far forward in their attacking positions on the right. Barca defending well, and Jordi Alba winning the ball back. Now Coutinho has the ball. Sergio Busquets, Suarez, Rafinha on the left has to go down to the ground. And let's see who that ball will be for. Real Madrid, probably, yes. The throw in
Both
for Real
players
Madrid.
went to a tackle, and then the ball went out for Madrid.
Here's Toni Kroos. We've seen very little of him so far. Here's Marcelo. Also winning the ball back. Rafinha, Sergio Roberto. This is Artur, who has time to think, and that's always dangerous. Here he is. Artur making the run. No support over on the left side at the moment. He has to pass the ball back to Jordi Alba.
It's always great when Arthur has space, because he has a clear mind, and from then he's able to choose the right option every time.
Once again, we've got the Barca anthem, a cappella, and Sergio Roberto making a run forward. This could be dangerous. Varane coming in for the tackle and winning the ball back cleanly. Just a bit of a heavy touch there for Sergio Roberto, not managing
Roberto,
find Coutinho.
He's a multi-talented player, and he used to play as a midfielder in the academy of Barca, and even when he came to the first team, when Luis Enrique took the head roll of Barca. Then he moved Roberto to the right side, and I think it was a great move for him because he has a lot of pace. He's really good on the long run, and if you add how he thinks, how skillful he is, so right now is the starter of the right back of Barca, so that means a lot.
There's a foul given to Real Madrid now on the right. Bit of a long possession for Julian Lopetegui's side. Barca did have a bit of a good moment going on after the goal. Now things seem to have settled down. Real Madrid trying to find their place in the game after a few minutes of not knowing where they were or what to do. Here is Toni Kroos, pressured by Rakitic. Marcelo stuck to the left line and the ball went out, so it's going to be a Barca throw-in. Marcelo not agreeing with that.
It seems like Madrid got a sense of awareness, you know, and okay, they are losing. They have to try to get the ball if they want to score and draw the match.
Langley trying to find Suarez, but instead the ball went straight to Toni Kroos, and here are Madrid in transition. Good sliding tackle by Sergi Roberto to impede Isco, who's got the ball now, but in a less dangerous zone. Piqué heading the ball away. Rafinha's going to fight to bring it down. Header over to Suarez, but Ramos tries the volley from very far away. No problems for Ter Stegen.
That's what Barca has to avoid, you know, because Lenglet, I think he tried to pass, but it was a risky pass. And Madrid is one of the key drivers. We were reviewing before in the warm-up that they're going to try to counter-attack every time they can. So Lenglet has to be more secure when he crosses these balls.
Now Barca struggling a bit more to bring the ball out of their own half. Here's Ter Stegen finding Busquets. Fans trying to push Barca forward. Here's Rakitic, Rafinha on the right side in between Isco and Marcelo. He manages to do that successfully. Suarez back to Rafinha, the ball over to the left side. Here's Felipe Coutinho, he's got Jordi Alba further to the left. Here's Alba, the cross inside. Oh, Suarez is in an attacking position, and is that going to be a penalty? Not at the moment. Rafinha with the cross, and I think that should be reviewed. Ball still in play. It was a clear fall by Suarez, and now the flag is raised for offside, and we need to know whether this is going to be reviewed, because I think it was a very clear fall of Luis Suarez. We've got the screen in front of us. We're going to try and see if that was a penalty or not.
From the third ring of the stadium, we look at a penalty, but we need to check to the review, the replay.
Is it going to be reviewed? It seems like the referee is telling Sergio Busquets that it is. At the moment, Real Madrid would have the ball. We haven't seen a replay yet. Suarez fell down inside the box. He was in a position of advantage. Jordi Alba had made the cross. And question marks being raised at Camp Nou right now. Everyone looking at the referee, and it is going to be reviewed. Okay. It's going to be reviewed. VAR is going to come into action. The referee running over to the sideline.
Nobody knew what was going on.
Now we're going to see what is given. It's a clear fall by Suarez. We're looking at it on the screen right next to us. It's as if Varane collapses onto Suarez when he's got in touch with the ball. And that, in my opinion, should be a penalty. What is it going to be? Here comes the referee. And it's a penalty for Barca. The fans are roaring, and Suarez will have the chance to make it 2-0. He scored 4 in La Liga. He scored the other day against Sevilla from the penalty spot. And Barca have a chance to double their lead. Courtois on the line of goal. Suarez in front of him. 12 yards separate them. And here goes the Uruguayan for his 5th goal in La Liga. He knows what it is to score against Real Madrid. Here goes Luis Suarez, and it's a goal for Barca!
He do it. Yes!
Full finish by Luis Suarez. To his left, to the right of the keeper. Just hitting the base of the post. And Barca make it 2-0 in the 29th minute. He made it happen with the penalty, and he scored. It's Barca 2, Real Madrid 0. And things are looking very good, aren't they, Paul?
The crowd is chanting Uruguay right now because they know how important he is for the team. He scores a great goal, a penalty kick, and we couldn't ask more for a Clásico. 2-0, minute 30, and Barca is running the game from the beginning.
The fans are delighted. Ole, ole, Barca, ole is the chant at the moment. We see if you can listen to it. Coutinho and Suarez the scorers, 2-0, just on the half-hour mark. Things looking very good for Barca, but there's still a lot of time to go. There's over an hour to play. And both goals coming from that left side, Paul. Once again, Jordi Alba with the cross. This time a penalty on Luis Suarez. It had to be reviewed. It was given. And the first goal also came from an Alba play.
And it was another weird thing of this new season. The now penalties and the important situation of the game are reviewed for the through the VAR. And yeah, it was the first time I think at the Clásico.
It is the first Clásico with VAR.
With VAR, so definitely. With a penalty kick through this new tool.
Jordi Alba wins the ball back after a bad pass. Here is Felipe Coutinho still in his own half, crossing the halfway line, finding Suarez in the middle. Busquets over to the left once again for who else? Jordi Alba. Forward pass for Coutinho. He's on the edge of the box. Inside now. Here is Coutinho with a left-footed cross, and it's going to be a corner kick for Barca. Real Madrid do not know how to answer to this at the moment.
Coutinho and Alba, they both performing outstanding this afternoon. They are creating a valuable situation for Barca to create attempts. And
here's the cross by Felipe Coutinho. Langley looking for the header. Cleared away by the Real Madrid defense. Rafinha put it back inside the box, but Thibaut Courtois was the first to get there.
And I was taking a look before as well to Rafinha. I had the opportunity to play with him when I was in the under-19 team in Barcelona, and he is extremely competitive. He knows very well when he has to be on shape, when he has to perform well, and definitely today. And the last game against Inter Milan, he did it. So he's taking advantage, you know, and he's using the opportunity that Valverde gave to him.
Well, it's a very sweet moment for Rafinha, isn't it? Because he had a terrible injury still in the Luis Enrique seasons. Then he found it hard to come back. He even went on loan to Inter Milan for the last 6 months of last season, and then came back in the summer. Worked hard, had a good pre-season. He's had a few minutes, but it hasn't been really until the Messi injury when we've seen him in this position. We saw him play well against Inter. He even scored, and he's doing well today as well, isn't he?
Yeah, but here he is. You know, he was preparing himself to be ready, to be on shape, to picture, you know, the opportunity, and now he's taking it. So we have to applaud Rafinha and say it loudly.
Ball back to Thibaut Courtois. Madrid playing from behind. Courtois looking for the long ball. It's Piqué who gets his head to it. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid on the left side of their midfield. Here's Marcelo trying to play with Gareth Bale. Piqué slides in. That's going to be a foul on Bale. No yellow cards issued at the moment.
It was a hard tackle from Piqué to Bale.
Foul given for Real Madrid. You were saying, Paul? Excuse me.
I am quite surprised why the referee is not showing yellow cards.
Well, it's not been a very aggressive game at the moment, has it? But there have been a couple of fouls, especially one by Casemiro when Barca were going on the break. That could have been a yellow card. Maybe this Piqué one as well.
Yeah, but maybe on the other hand, you know, he's like raising the bar, you know, of aggressiveness.
Here is Piqué with the clearance. Now a foul is given on Barca as Piqué got his foot to it. And then Gareth Bale was late in the challenge. So Barca will have a chance to play from behind. Here's Ter Stegen over to the left for Jordi Alba. Valverde has to be happy at the moment with 10 minutes remaining in the first half with what his team has shown on the field. Here's Rakitic. Suarez, ball taken away from him, but there was a previous foul on Ivan Rakitic just on the halfway line.
Yeah, Barca now he has to keep having the possession of the ball, you know, and above all, try not to get scored and go to the half-time.
Oh, what a ball by Jordi Alba. Felipe Coutinho. Varane manages to get there just in time and clears the ball away straight out of play. Throw in for Barca.
Another throw-in from the left side of the Barca attacking side. So
the ball bounced off of the face of Isco right now after Artur was trying to make a pass back to Sergio Busquets. Here comes Coutinho making himself available to Jordi Alba. Another throw-in for Barca.
Definitely was our sweet spot, you know. It's been our sweet spot, the left one, with Coutinho and Alba and even Artur. You know, at the beginning we were saying that maybe Artur and Rakitic were streets. Now they are both in the right position, you know.
Once again, the run by Jordi Alba, the feed by Sergio Busquets. Here's Alba looking for the cross, and Suarez just about to get there on the edge of the small box. He didn't know whether to go with his right foot or his head. He got caught in between and let the ball pass. A good chance there for Barca.
Suarez was hesitating there, and it's quite weird because he smells, you know, of blood when he's in the box just to score goal.
It's Barca 2, Real Madrid 0 at the moment. 37th minute of the first half. We have to keep reminding you that we cannot show you the game, that we do not have rights for that, and we'll be trying to bring you every little detail as accurately as possible. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitter live, and this is Barca Match Center, soon only available on the Barca app and fcbarcelona.com. We've got lots of comments coming in from different countries. We've said Canada, we've said Peru, we've got Honduras, we've got Colombia as well, as Real Madrid are trying to make an attacking move. Here's the ball forward for Gareth Bale, who was unable to bring any more danger.
With not a lot of, you know, structure. Sometimes when they get the ball from Barca, they try to go, you know, higher and deeper, cutting lines, but not with a lot of intention.
Barca winning the ball back and trying to go in transition. There's a heavy foul on Coutinho now, and that should be a yellow card as well. There it is. Yellow card for Nacho, so that's 1-1 in yellow cards. Rakitic for Barca, Nacho for Real Madrid. Foul on the left-hand side of Barca's own half, just on the halfway line, really. Coutinho went down as Barca were trying to go on the break.
Referees have this policy when once there is a yellow card, they cannot go back. You know, it's like okay, every single foul, it's gonna be like, it looks like a yellow card, and he's gonna show the yellow card for both teams.
We've got fans cheering from the Philippines as well. We've just got that message on Facebook Live. Here is the long ball by Piqué, the run by Luis Suarez, always fighting for it, and slides in and gives Barca a throw-in in an advanced position on the right flank.
Great effort from Suarez. He
never gives up, does he?
Never, never, ever. He's pushing a lot, and he knows that today, especially without Messi, that he has to play at his best.
Here is Sergio Roberto looking for options. Suarez making himself available, coming close. Roberto goes to the ground. No foul given. Sergio Roberto not happy about that one, complaining to the linesman now. Real Madrid have the ball. Isco. Rafael Varane. Artur putting on the pressure now. Courtois back to Rafael Varane. Madrid playing deep behind.
From Real Madrid's side, you look at Modric, Isco, that they are amazing players. They barely took the ball. So that's great for Barca, especially because they are so dangerous when they have it. So this is the line that Barca have to keep on.
Barca creating advantage once again with Jordi Alba. Here's Felipe Coutinho down the middle lane now. Coutinho trying to cut back. The touch by Toni Kroos, but Barca still has the ball. 5 minutes remaining until half-time. It's 2-0. Goals by Felipe Coutinho and Luis Suarez. That one was from the penalty spot. And Real Madrid will have to try and make some changes for the second half, because at the moment Barca has been the better team overall.
Absolutely. Now we were looking as well that Suarez comes wide on the right because Rafinha is more free.
Excellent challenge there by Artur, excuse me, Paul, because Barca has a chance to run, and it's Rafinha putting the ball through to Jordi Alba, but it's going to go to Thibaut Courtois. Just lacked a bit of accuracy, that pass by Rafinha, because Alba was making the run once again. Barca with the ball. It's Ivan Rakitic.
Nice nutmeg.
Foul by Casemiro. Play on, says the referee. Suarez. Rafinha, tackled by Isco. Rafinha to the ground. And it's a foul for Barca. This one could potentially be a set piece with a cross put inside the box. It's over on the right side of the attack. Rafinha's put it on the ground. Lenglet and Piqué moving forward and going into the box for a header.
It's a pity because the attempt, the move that Jordi Alba was doing before was absolutely fantastic, and maybe Rafinha needed a little more of smoothness, you know, on the pass. But it was a great move above all from Jordi Alba.
Well, Rafinha's going to be the one to put it inside the box. Here is the cross, headed away by Karim Benzema. Now Madrid can come out in transition, but Busquets wins the ball back cleanly, and Barca have it again. Suarez on the right side. He raises his head. He had an option inside the box. It was Gerard Piqué still hanging around there. Roberto with the header. Suarez again on the right side. Another cross. Now this could connect with Piqué. He didn't get his body into the right position, and the header wasn't good enough. But what a chance. What a cross by Suarez.
What assist from Suarez.
And Barca have the ball again. Good pressure. Rafinha on the edge. He can take the shot. It's gone wide. Excellent moments for Barca. Good pressure. They win the ball back. And Rafinha with his left foot looks for the top left corner.
And Piqué, he's a senior back, you know, with attacking soul. He was there after the corner or the set piece, I don't remember. And Suarez crossed a beautiful ball. Unfortunately, Piqué didn't head well, but Barca is going.
And Real Madrid do not know where they are right now, because Barca are putting on good pressure. They've won the ball back again, and it's a throw-in for Jordi Alba close to the corner over on the left side. Ball inside for Suarez, who protects it. Trying to combine with Artur. Madrid coming out now. This is Modric over to Isco. Barca need to be careful here. Toni Kroos. Long ball over to Gareth Bale, who almost fell to the ground. He managed to recover. And Jordi Alba almost taking the ball away. Throw in for Real Madrid, minute 43, 2-0 for Barca. It's an important moment not to concede now. Absolutely.
It's the most. It's always important, you know, not to concede. But above all, now we have to be smart and careful, because avoid risk above all.
And now the linesman has given a controversial foul in favour of Real Madrid. This could be dangerous. We said that they can be dangerous at the set piece, and now they've got a semi-corner kind of on the right side. Varane and Ramos coming forward.
They are really good in this aspect. Let's see how Barca is going to defend the set piece.
Well, it's going to be crossed inside by the German midfielder Toni Kroos. We can see Varane, we can see Ramos inside the box, also Karim Benzema, Nacho as well. No Barca players outside of the box.
Yeah. Barca is doing an individual mark with two players that are free to get the ball.
Referee gives the go-ahead. Here's the cross by Toni Kroos. Isco with the volley after the Barca clearance. And now there could be a dangerous counter-attack. Here comes Felipe Coutinho. Players running forward. It's Suarez. He's got two to his left. Here goes Suarez. He didn't make the right decision.
No.
He was ambitious. He went for a very complicated lob shot over Thibaut Courtois. He had, I think it was Rafinha and either Arthur or Jordi Alba to his left.
Maybe because of the fact that we are in the almost to the halftime, maybe Suarez didn't have enough oxygen to think clear and make the best decision.
And we're just about half a minute away from half-time. Quickly, Paul, what did you think of this first half?
Barca was absolutely fantastic. He was better from the very beginning. Referee is whistling right now.
And that is the final whistle of this first half. We're going to be right back with you when the second half starts. It's Barca 2, Real Madrid 0 at half-time. And it's half-time, Paul. 2-0, as we were saying. Felipe Coutinho and Luis Suarez, the scorers. It's been a great first half by Barca.
Absolutely. Barca was far better than Madrid. Above all, the left side of Barca with Jordi Alba and Coutinho was the sweet spot. And I have to keep having the ball, moving from one side to the other. And above all, don't allow Madrid, avoid Madrid to have attempt chances to get hurt.
Yeah, no, keep on going.
So Suarez was really good, fighting every single ball. Then in the midline, Busquets is always a pillar together with Arthur and Rakitic. They were looking for alternatives always. And the back line, maybe Lenglet has to be a little more aware of the passes.
Okay, well, excuse me, Paul, because we have to leave for just a few minutes, and we'll be back when the second half starts here, live at Camp Nou. This is Barca Live, Match Center.
I'll see you in a few.
Bueno, fuimos mejores en todo. Creo que a ellos pues les pillamos un poco desprevenidos en lo que a lo mejor intuían que podíamos hacer, y eso pues nos permitió tener un gran dominio del partido, un gran dominio de la situación, gran dominio de saber lo que hacer en cada momento y de explotar nuestras virtudes. Y bueno, para nosotros pues fue una satisfacción vernos en ese estado. Siempre jugar contra ellos pues es complicado, no es nada fácil, no fue nada fácil el 5-0, no es nada fácil ganar en el Bernabéu. Pues sobre todo me lo pasé muy bien, disfruté muchísimo, triangulamos muchísimo con Xavi, con Busi, con Leo. En esa jugada pues también uno siempre tiene ganas de hacer algún gol y pasó cerquita, pero fue un partido muy completo, y sobre todo recuerdo que me lo pasé muy bien y lo disfruté mucho.
era increíble porque el Madrid era el todopoderoso con los jugadores que conocéis, que con mucho respeto han hecho todo en el fútbol, habían ganado casi todo, que eran considerados los mejores, el equipo considera el mejor equipo del mundo, contra un equipo que en este momento reivindicaba esa plaza del mejor equipo del mundo. Yo siempre he pensado que en la vida hay que luchar hasta el último segundo. Mientras el balón está dentro del campo, lo voy a luchar. El balón iba hacia Iker Casillas, Roberto Carlos no estaba lejos y yo decía, corría con mi alma, con todas mis fuerzas, diciendo, si me dan solo una oportunidad, la voy a coger, y la cogí. Teníamos hambre, teníamos ganas de demostrar que ahora es nuestro turno. Y aquel partido claramente éramos superior en todo. Parecía que jugábamos 1000 contra 11.
Esta jugada. Atención. Landaburu, Schuster, Kini, Schuster y gol. Bonito gol.
Soler. Green. Aquesta banda cap a Goico. Atenció, Goico. La centrada de Goico. Laudrup. Gol, 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 gol! El primer gol del partit el fa Michael Laudrup.
Sí, recuerdo aquel partido. Sí, fue enero o algo así. Pero recuerdo el partido por un hecho porque es el 1-0. Y la verdad es que un gran gol, ¿no? Para uno que nunca ha sido un 9, fue un golazo. Me parece que el Madrid empata 1 y luego el famoso gol de Spasic. Y yo digo, joder, he hecho un gol de la hostia y en un Barça-Madrid. El día siguiente todo el mundo habla solo de Spasic. Y digo, joder, macho, fue un autogol. Y el otro día lo vi, el pobre Spasic que toca a alguien porque él quiere rematar. En el momento que hace así, alguien la desvía un poco, así que hace así, le toca y le va adentro. El día siguiente todo el mundo hablando de Spasic.
Hi Barca fans, welcome again. We're at Camp Nou. This is half-time of Barca against Real Madrid. It's El Clásico and we're winning 2-0. So excellent news. Paul Calvet, welcome again.
Welcome back to all the Barca fans. We were watching an amazing first half of Barca with the score of Coutinho and Suarez. And Barca was superior to Madrid from the beginning of the game. And for sure we are expecting the second half. And let's see what's going to happen.
We'll see what Real Madrid has to offer in the second half because they did struggle during the first. Barca were definitely the better team.
Yeah, Madrid was a little out of place. You know, they didn't have the opportunity to take the ball because Barca was running the game. And probably they want to shake something during the half time. I'm not sure because no one is warming up from Madrid right now. But definitely they want to switch the rhythm of the game, so they have to do some changes.
And Barca have been very dangerous down that left flank. Both goals coming from there, really, because the first came from assist by Jordi Alba to Coutinho, who scored in front of the empty goal.
Yeah.
And then the penalty, which was the origin of the second goal, came from that side as well. Alba with the cross inside and Suarez brought down by Varane.
Yeah, we were saying that the left side of Barca, attacking left side, was the sweet spot. To the 50% of the attempts were for that area. And then it was the first Clásico that the review, the bar was available.
Yes.
And it was in the second goal of Suarez, that before it was this kind of question mark in the stadium that nobody knew what was going on. And they say that, the referee said that it was a penalty, and I think he was right.
Well, there's a spectacular atmosphere here at Camp Nou. It's buzzing. The fans are delighted, obviously, because we're winning 2-0. And we want to remind you that we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. You can send us your questions. The hashtag El Clásico is working. We're receiving questions and comments from all over the world. We've got people watching in Colombia, in Peru, in Canada. I've seen so many people saying hi from Philippines as well. So we thank you for watching. We remind you that we cannot show you the game. We can't stream the game because we do not have the rights to do that. But Paul and I are doing our best to explain what's happening on the field so that you can at least have a mental picture of that. Barca are winning 2-0, I say. As I say, Coutinho and Suarez the scorers. And right now, we're waiting for the players to come back onto the field. We'll see if there are any substitutions at half-time. We don't think we're expecting any on the Barca side. Maybe Real Madrid.
Maybe it will be a surprise because nobody is warming up. But as we were saying before, Madrid weren't performing well before, where in the last La Liga games without scoring any goal. They are missing a lot Cristiano because he was one of the key players of Madrid and they didn't replace him. And let's see what Lopetegui is gonna do with the team. I don't think there is in a good shape.
La segona part, avui són 93.265 espectadors al Camp Nou.
Well, the Barca players are just about to jump onto the field for this second half. The Real Madrid players are already on it. And Paul, you wanted to talk to me at halftime about a few of the statistics you were showing me. Barca have clearly been the better team. They've had more possession. They've had more shots, I think. So let's just talk about that while the players are gradually making it onto the field. We'll see if there are any substitutions as well. You've got some of the stats, Paul.
I can figure out that Lucas Vázquez from Madrid is gonna be on the field. It's weird because probably he was warming up indoors, and he's out and he's replacing. I cannot see it
I'm
from
not sure
here.
because we'll see if we've got
maybe Varane.
Substitution. Yeah, because I think Nacho's now.
Yeah, Nacho's a senior back, and I think that Lucas Vázquez is gonna take the right back position.
Yes. We can see the sign now. It's number 5 for number 17. That means that Rafael Varane will stay in the dressing room now at half-time, and Nacho will move into centre half. Lucas Vázquez will be playing as the right fullback. The first possession in this second half will be for Barca. They'll be attacking to the left side of your screen if you're watching this live, and Real Madrid will be attacking to your right. Luis Suarez ready to put the ball in play, and the second half is underway. Here is Barca with the first possession of the second 45 minutes. It's Sergio Roberto on the right side with Rafinha. Real Madrid trying to put some pressure on Barca. Marcelo wins it back and loses the ball in front of Sergio Busquets. No foul given in spite of the Marcelo foul. Here is Coutinho. Alba. Fans gradually, Paul, making it back to their seats, you were saying?
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the statistic of the first half. Both teams took 5 shots on target, but the main difference is Madrid took 4 out of 5 from outside the box. So with a lot of intention, at the end of the day, it counts as an attempt, but you cannot.
Here's Rakitic who can take the shot. Sorry, Paul. It went far from the goal of Thibaut Courtois, but Rakitic always fancies a shot when he's got an opening. We've seen him score some spectacular goals this season, like the one he scored against Sevilla or the one against Tottenham as well at Wembley.
That one was absolutely fantastic. It was like a kind of Caesar shot. Rakitic, I think he's a he's a very versatile player, skillful, but he's a kicker. He kicks very, very, very well from all the side, but also from out of the box. That maybe Barca players, they don't tend to have this skill.
We haven't got any Barca players warming up at the moment. We've got Silasson, Semedo, Dembele, Malcolm, Munir, Arturo Vidal and Chumi, the Barca B player, on the bench. So we'll see if Ernesto Valverde needs any of them during this second half. 2 Real Madrid players doing some warm-up exercises. I can see Marco Asensio, who's always dangerous, definitely.
Valverde, he's not a big fan of doing subs during the game. And even he tries to, extend as much as he can. As things go well, he prefers to stay with the same lineup. It's a way of, approaching the game. It's his style.
Real Madrid with the ball after a bad Suarez touch through the legs of Jordi Alba. It's Gareth Bale. Isco with his chest over to Toni Kroos. Barca with the pressure, and here comes Suarez, but the foul is given. Suarez had won the ball back, and there were 3 Barca players running forward. It could have been dangerous. The referee blew his whistle.
Barca has to keep in mind the Clásico that took place last year, and it was the 2-0 in the first half, and then Madrid draw. So it was a different scenario because Barca was in a very high position in the league. But it's always great to learn from the past.
From the past, exactly. Yes, Barca are 2-0 up. Felipe Coutinho and Suarez the scorers. Real Madrid looking just a little bit better maybe in this second half, in these first 3 minutes. That doesn't mean that Barca isn't having the ball, but maybe Real Madrid putting up a bit more of a challenge. It's a dangerous cross by Marcelo, and Clement Lenglet gets there just in time to put his head and clear the ball away. Benzema is looking for the chance.
Well done, Lenglet there, because
good recovery.
Yeah, and he didn't know what had at his back, you know, and it's better to throw the ball out of the game instead of taking risks, necessary risks.
Real Madrid have the ball now. This is Casemiro. But it's a bad pass, and Barca have a chance in transition. Suarez with the ball. He's got Rafinha, he's got Arthur, Coutinho as well. Rakitic to his right. There goes the ball, but good interception by a Real Madrid defender.
Awful pass from Casemiro without any sense in the middle of the
field, yeah, and it was kind of the origin of the Barca break as Marcelo makes the run forward. This is Gareth Bale back to Benzema. He's got Lucas Vázquez to his right. Barca running back now. Here is Isco inside the box, across Marcelo on his chest, and Real Madrid have scored. It's 2-1. It's Marcelo. And we did say that they were looking just a little bit better in this second half. Lucas Vázquez giving them depth down the right flank. Cross inside was finally by Isco, and Marcelo had to bring the ball down on his chest, then finished with his right foot from point-blank range. Nothing that Ter Stegen could do. We're watching the replay now, one of the screens we've got in front of us.
Yeah, it was too hard for Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen had gone down to try and intercept the cross.
It was a nice cross from Madrid, and then Marcelo, he has you know, he's very skillful,
and he has got a goal-scoring instinct, hasn't he? He scored last week.
Attacking instinct.
Yeah.
He's a left back with attacking instinct, and yeah, he even can play as a winger because he has the features to do it.
Let's see what Barca's reaction is after that Real Madrid goal. It's an early goal in the second half. We'll see how that affects Valverde's side. Here's Sergio Busquets running towards Ernesto Valverde to talk with his coach. Throw in for Barca on the left side. Jordi Alba looking for options. Alba.
Football is anything but predictable, you know. And the first half was completely Barca half, and right now Madrid refresh themselves in the halftime, and they have just scored a goal, and we will see what's going to happen in the second half. Maybe everything changed, but we will see. Right now Barca has to recover from the situation.
There's a foul on Rakitic, who managed to play the ball forward to Suarez. He's gone one-on-one on Casemiro. Could be a corner kick for Barca, and it is going to be. With tension now between Suarez and Casemiro. There's a yellow card on Gareth Bale for a previous foul on Ivan Rakitic. Busquets going once again to talk to his coach. Corner kick for Barca on the left-hand side of the attack. Coutinho is going to be the man in charge, placing it inside the box or playing short with Artur, who's coming.
Yeah, now the game is a little up in the air, you know, because Madrid has just scored, Barca is winning, but a little shocked because of the...
Here comes the cross by Coutinho, goal, but Thibaut Courtois managing to catch that, and now Isco making the run forward. Chasing back is Jordi Alba. It's 3 against 3. Barca trying to get back as quickly as possible. Isco inside to Benzema, who took the ball away from Toni Kroos, I think. And now Barca are the ones who are going to run. Here is Artur. Slowing things down. Lost the ball. Taken away by Kroos. Isco. Going to the left is Benzema. Defending him is Sergio Roberto. And Benzema put the cross inside. Gareth Bale trying to turn around. Well defended by Clement Lenglet. Barca needs to get it out of its box. Is Rafinha.
Nice control from Rafinha.
And here come Barca. Suarez with the turn, trying to put the ball through the legs of Ramos, unable to do so. Real Madrid,
Yeah, Madrid is
win it back.
pushing right now.
Isco on the left side, defended by Roberto. Here's Isco again protecting the ball. Modric.
About 4 when they're pressing, you know, the first half Madrid was more waiting for Barca, and right now it's completely opposite. They are going forward to press Barca, and Barca has to figure out how to solve this.
There's been a foul by Clement Lenglet on Gareth Bale, so potentially there could be a chance to put the ball inside the box. Toni Kroos, always a player with great accuracy in those situations.
Set pieces again.
Set pieces again. We know how dangerous Ramos can be. Here comes the cross by Toni Kroos. At the far post is Gareth Bale. The header by Rakitic. Benzema trying to get the volley. Barca managed to clear, but not to keep possession. Here's Marcelo making the deep run. Marcelo with the cross, and Ramos with a header. Over the goal of Ter Stegen. Another chance for Real Madrid. And Barca have not come out as strong as they did in the first half. Fans try to encourage the players. Here's Sergio Busquets. In trouble there. Gives the ball to Toni Kroos. This is Gareth Bale, and here comes Modric with a shot, and it's hit the post.
Modric hit the post, and
that was very close.
Very close.
Barca
to the draw.
Playing with fire right now. Busquets made a bad pass. That gave Real Madrid the chance to create a quick attacking situation. Modric had a shot at the edge of the box, and he hit the post.
Busquets, he's a fantastic player, and he's one of the pillars of the team, and he's like a kind of compass for Barca, you know, to know how to play. But sometimes, in this situation, I think it's not necessary to take this risk.
Here come Real Madrid again, once again down that left flank. It's Isco inside the box, and that's a bad shot. It's going to go straight out for a throw-in.
The throw-in, yeah. Not the best
shot. Ball right
not the
next
best.
to the corner flag.
Not the best shot from Isco.
No, no. For sure. He wasn't expecting to do that. Fans are trying to be loud. They're trying to encourage the team. 11th minute of the second half, it's 2-1. We remind you that this is Barca Match Centre. We're live at Camp Nou. We can't offer you the streaming of the game, the images. Oh, here comes Isco inside the box again. Alba trying to get the ball out of a dangerous situation, but Real Madrid win it back. Lucas Vázquez. Now, Lopetegui's side look like the stronger team. Barca is winning though. We remind you this is Barca Match Centre. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Twitter. All the official social media channels of FC Barcelona. Here come Real Madrid attacking again. Benzema cuts inside to his right foot, and the ball bounces off of Piqué, I think. It's going to be a corner kick for Real Madrid. And we see that Valverde has sent a first player out for warm-ups. It's Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, maybe right now Barca needs more reaction.
Cross inside by Isco, excuse me, Paul. Rakitic clears it away for another corner kick.
During the half-time, we were saying that Madrid needed to shake a little the game, and probably Barca have to picture this right now.
Well, the 15 minutes of half-time have definitely benefited Real Madrid more than they have done for Barca. Now Isco produces a very bad cross, which goes straight out of play. That will give Barca some time to breathe, to get themselves back into the right positions. Here's Ter Stegen. He has Lenglet to his left and Piqué to his right. He probably will have to look for a longer ball because Real Madrid have lots of men in their opposing half, but Barca try to play from behind. Coutinho. Suarez is going to bring it down. Here is Felipe Coutinho. In the centre circle is Rakitic, who goes down. There's a foul on the Croatian midfielder. Barca managing to move forward after a few minutes of Real Madrid constantly attacking and keeping the Barca defense very deep.
Yeah, at least Barca right now in the halfway. Barca has to try to keep the ball right now. It's like a balloon of oxygen, you know, when you are getting
struggling.
hurt. Yeah, you're struggling. You are not in the great mood of the game. So, okay, be honest with your style. Keep the ball again, and switch things.
Foul on Suarez now on the centre circle. Here comes Rakitic. Barca playing already. Here's Rafinha. Back to Sergi Roberto. Busquets. Forward to Rakitic. This is Suarez. Jordi Alba on the left. One of his first runs in the second half. Artur is inside the box. Wasn't a good touch, but he manages to keep the ball in play for Barca. Here is Jordi Alba inside the box once again, trying to find Suarez. Alba can win it back. Here is
nice.
Alba again, and Barca are close to Real Madrid's box. Here is Coutinho through the legs to Rakitic, who's had a couple of bad passes now, and the fans are getting a bit nervous, but here come Barca again. Coutinho switches it over to Rafinha, who's on the right side. Sergio Roberto comes close to him. Here's Rafinha back to Busquets. Barca looking for the empty
That's
space.
what Barca needs. You know, have this.
Just to keep Real Madrid there. Rakitic inside to Sergio Roberto. He's fed Suarez. It's in the post. It's in the post. And Barca could have scored their third. What an excellent run by Sergio Roberto. First touch to Suarez, then on the volley, the Uruguayan hit the post. So close.
What a ball from Rakitic, I think.
And Barca are still attacking, by the way.
You know, when all the midfielders they are like in the line, and they are moving the ball with speed from one side to the other. Then players such as Roberto, Suarez, they can go deeper, and break the Madrid wall.
What a chance it was there for Luis Suarez. The feed coming from Rakitic, who played an excellent ball to Sergi Roberto. Roberto passed it back to Suarez, and on the volley, the Uruguayan had to react quickly.
Suarez was very close.
Hit the post.
So that's the post, unfortunately.
We're going to see it now on the screens. Let's see, there's no offside.
No offside. Beautiful ball from Rakitic.
So close.
Fantastic run, Roberto, and then Suarez hit the post.
There it is, again. Now Real Madrid are making the run forward. It's Luka Modric, defended by Artur. Lucas Vázquez overlapping him. Vázquez with the cross manages to connect with Isco. Rafinha running back. Marcelo, the goal scorer for Real Madrid, very early in the second half. Inside Isco, was that offside? The referee says no. Barca with the ball, and Rafinha falls to the ground. There was no foul. Isco inside the box, and Piqué getting his body in the way. And now Rafinha knows he made a mistake. He's apologising to the rest of his teammates. There was an offside, by the way. There will be no corners. Piqué reacted quickly.
Anyway, Piqué was ready to block the shot.
But Real Madrid are being dangerous in the second half. We've got another player warming up. I think it's Nelson Semedo, from what I can see from here. So we've got Dembele and Semedo.
Yeah, both, two of them.
Ter Stegen is going to play the ball from behind. Barca moving their players forward, trying to get the Real Madrid players away from Ter Stegen's box.
And we were seeing Piqué trying to encourage Rafinha, you know, when the hard times come, players such as Piqué or Suarez or Busquets with more experience, they have to take a step forward.
Here come Barca
and lead by example.
The team was coming out on the break, but a previous foul had been given, or an offside. So Real Madrid have the ball now. Toni Kroos, 2-1. Coutinho and Suarez for Barca, and Marcelo for Real Madrid early in the second half. Barca
throw in for Barca.
Back, throw in for Barca on the right side for Sergio Roberto. 18th minute in the second half. Here is Sergio Roberto under pressure. Marcelo came to defend him. Here is Langley. Space to run. Forward to Coutinho. Good control there by Felipe Coutinho. Artur, quick touch over to Sergio Busquets. Now Busquets has time to think. Alba had made the run forward and now said he was expecting it. Here is Coutinho. Coutinho inside to Jordi Alba, the volley! And it's gone wide. Is it going to be a corner? Yes, it is. Alba.
What a
scored
nice
against Inter Milan. And he came very close right now.
What a nice move first from Alba, because movements are not for nothing, you know. It was to create a space and for Coutinho to have the ball to look
to think, basically.
Exactly, to think, and then Alba was over there. He crossed the ball, and unfortunately, he was near.
It inside for Felipe Coutinho, excuse me, Paul. Clearance by the Real Madrid defense. Rafinha goes for the challenge, and he collided into Toni Kroos as both players went for the header. Foul given for Real Madrid. So Barca have had their two most dangerous chances really in the second half via Luis Suarez and via Jordi Alba, both with volleys. Now Real Madrid will play from behind. It's going to be Thibaut Courtois. And I think that Nelson Semedo has been called over to the bench, so we'll see if he is the first player to come in as a replacement. We'll see who will be substituted. Piqué clearing with his left foot. Up in the air. Artur wins the challenge. Run by Luis Suarez. Excellent ball by Ivan Rakitic. Suarez trying to put the ball over Casemiro. The Real Madrid player got the best of him. Barca are going to win it back. Here is Suarez again. And it's going to be a corner kick for Barca. Excellent effort there.
Excellent Suarez.
Suarez.
During the whole match, he's going and going over and over again. And I think if I had to make a bet, I would say that Rafinha is going to be the player that is going to be out, and Semedo probably is going to take the right back, and Roberto
is going to move forward.
Going to move forward. Yeah.
Coutinho there to take the corner kick. The ball inside, straight into the hands. No trouble for Thibaut Courtois, and Real Madrid want to run. Here is Karim Benzema. No one in front of him at the moment. He's crossed the halfway line. He has Isco to his right. There goes the ball. Alba going in there to defend Isco. Rafinha with some help, and Barca manage to break that Real Madrid counter-attack. Good run back, both by Jordi Alba and then Rafinha. Throw in for Real Madrid on the right side.
Alba is a relentless player. He's always running all the left side of Barca. So we are so lucky to have a player like him, because he helps a lot the other players when things doesn't go well as well.
Marcelo on the left side. Real Madrid in their own half at the moment. Toni Kroos under pressure. Back to Thibaut Courtois. Casemiro is playing almost as a centre half.
Yeah, we
Jordi Alba with some pressure on Isco, but the ball gets to Lucas Vázquez, who has some space to run right now. Rakitic trying to get back. Here's Lucas Vázquez with the cross, and Real Madrid have almost scored the equaliser there. Benzema really incomprehensively.
It was a nice move of Madrid.
Didn't put the ball in the goal. And Barca are going to make the replacement that you predicted, Paul. Yeah. There's the chance again. Great cross by Lucas Vázquez, and Benzema was so close. He went just breezing over the crossbar. What an excellent chance for Real Madrid.
He was so close, Benzema, to score.
So Rafinha's going to leave the field, applauded by the fans, and in comes Nelson Semedo in just a minute. So Sergio Roberto is going to move into a more advanced position.
Honestly, I think that Jordi Alba didn't have to step forward before, you know, because he left his back to Lucas Vázquez. And then he has the space to run and to cross the ball, and Benzema was really close to equalize the game.
Roberto with the header over to Suarez, who's going to try to player with Felipe Coutinho. Here comes the run by Coutinho on the left. He's got the ball. Coutinho with a left-footed cross. Cleared away by the recovering Real Madrid player. Sergio Busquets, Barca in possession. Semedo, first touch. Here is Sergi Roberto. Rakitic.
We need
Busquets trying to.
We need
available, yes.
Yeah, we need a little more of Coutinho
Yep.
For this second half, because he's a player that have the ball and he dribbles very well. You know, after Messi, I think is the second best player in Barca that dribbles, and it's always fantastic for a team to have a player like him.
Real Madrid have the ball at the moment. 24th minute of the second half, 2-1. We remind you that the goals for Barca were scored by Coutinho and Suarez. Marcelo for Real Madrid in the second half. And that we're on YouTube, Twitter and Facebook Live. One of the official media channels for Football Club Barcelona very soon, only on the Barca app and fcbarcelona.com. Here come Barca moving forward. Over to the right is Sergio Roberto. Suarez making the run inside. Roberto on the edge is Suarez who loses the ball. Taken away from him by Toni Kroos. Real Madrid trying to move their men forward. Marcelo over to Gareth Bale on the right side, down with his chest. And over to Lucas Vázquez. Back to Bale. Defended by Langley. Nacho. In the centre circle is Toni Kroos. It's time to think. The ball's going to go over to the left, and it's offside.
Offside, yeah.
Vegas allowed. Flag had been raised.
Madrid has much more possession in this second half. He's running the game, we could say that. And yeah, Barca is not as shocked as at the beginning because it was a completely change from the first half. But then with the appearance of Semedo, it's like a symptom, you know, like to have more control. Above all, Valverde doesn't want to get the score, so that's his main goal right now, and he's gonna put the players and the guidelines to act like this.
Second substitution is being prepared on the Barca bench. Ousmane Dembele lacing up his boots, receiving the last few words from Ernesto Valverde. We'll see who the player that's going to be replaced is. Foul on Casemiro by Luis Suarez, a little shove there by the Uruguayan as he tried to win the ball. I think Valverde maybe has realised that the game has gone more box to box. Maybe he needs a player who can make fast runs.
Yeah. And even Madrid was pressing Barcelona to 1-by-1, you know, just leaving three defenders in the back line to the three forwards of Barca. And Ter Stegen just has the option, you know, to cross the ball to the attacking line.
Here's Artur, who's struggling to get more involved in the second half. Now Jordi Alba slipped at the very worst time. Here comes Rakitic to win the ball back as Lucas Vázquez tried to find Isco. Semedo, who luckily gets out of a complicated situation. He seemed to have slipped as well, but so did Marcelo. Now the run is by Sergi Roberto. He's in an advantage. A situation of advantage. It looked like it, but finally lacked just that little bit of speed. And the ball went into the hands of Courtois.
Roberto was close, and he can play pretty much in every position of the field. I don't think as a senior back, but the other position, I think that he played at least once in his career.
We haven't seen him as goalkeeper yet, but let's not say no to that option. Okay, so we've got a throw-in for Barca and a second substitution. Felipe Coutinho is going to be replaced by Ousmane Dembele, the scorer of Barca's first goal. Off the field. Remaining. In comes Ousmane Dembele.
Coutinho looked a little tired, you know, exhausted, during the second half, and probably this is one of the reasons Valverde took him out of the field.
There's Toni Kroos. Back to Ramos. Here is Real Madrid playing over on the left side. The cross inside, looking for the run at Benzema. Ter Stegen with no problems to control that ball. Alba. Also with a few more doubts now when bringing the ball out.
Great.
Because of the good pressure by Real Madrid, but now they've found an opening, and here comes Ousmane Dembele. He's got Sergio Roberto on the right. There goes the ball. Sergio Roberto. Suarez in the middle. Sergio Roberto inside. Suarez with a header. It's a goal! It's a goal for Barca! Luis Suarez with his second of the afternoon. In transition, Dembele made it happen. He found Suarez on the right. Sergio Roberto on the right, excuse me. And it's an accurate cross by Roberto. Suarez didn't miss it this time, Paul.
Absolutely fantastic. Everything is starting out when Alba crossed the ball to Dembele with tons of space. He's running through the Madrid back line, and then he opened the ball to Roberto, who crossed a fantastic ball to Suarez, who hit the ball
Excellent.
to the back of the net.
There it is. What a great cross, and what a difficult header that is. He didn't even jump. He's got both of his feet on the floor. It's a quick reaction by Suarez, accurately put inside of the net. And it's Barca 3, Real Madrid 1, with 15 minutes remaining in the game. And Suarez, we said before the game, he had to be the team's leader today. He had to be the courage of the team. And he has been. Second goal of the afternoon for Luis Suarez, and playing hero for Barca now.
He's doing it. He didn't have time, he didn't have space, but when you're a top-notch striker, you know that every single attempt that you have to make the most to score, and Suarez did it. So well done, Suarez, well done, Barca.
Well done, Sergio Roberto, well done, Dembele as well. I mean, it was Alba who found Dembele. Barca was struggling to bring the ball out because of the Real Madrid pressure, but Alba got a good touch into Dembele. Then he had space to run down the middle. He had options, found Sergio Roberto on the right. And then, I mean, it's kind of difficult to describe because it's not a typical header. It's not a typical situation. It's a cross from just outside of the box by Sergio Roberto. Very low. And Suarez just manages to turn his head and put the ball into the back of the net. Now there's a bit of controversy there because Suarez is probably going to be booked. I think that it's Nacho who's on the ground.
Suarez, he's still excited of the goal, of the couple of goals that he has just scored to Madrid.
He is apologising to Nacho. I honestly didn't see that tackle because I was looking the other way, something I shouldn't have been doing. But Real Madrid are going to make a second substitution meanwhile. Gareth Bale, booed by the fans. In comes Marco Asensio, who's a very dangerous player as well. Barca having a little bit of time to breathe after that explosion of joy with the Luis Suarez goal. I mean, I'll stress it again. It's not an easy header because it's a very low ball by Sergio Roberto, and he has to just quickly turn his head around.
It was a sophisticated movement for Suarez, and even it wasn't a typical Barca movement.
Careful, because here comes Barca again, but Thibaut Courtois is going to get to the ball first.
It wasn't a typical Barca movement, you know. It's more to combine, to pass on the ground, to do like 1-2, not this kind of weird, you know, crushing. But definitely it's a goal as well, and Suarez and Roberto did it great.
Well, I mean, I don't want to jinx this or anything, but I'm going to be ambitious. I want a Luis Suarez hat-trick. He's in form, and Barca have a chance to run now because Real Madrid are going to move forward. So, in those transitions, I want a Luis Suarez hat-trick.
And if he has the option, I'm sure
he wants it as well.
Yeah.
What a great week it is for Suarez as well, because he became a father for the third time, I believe. So we congratulate him for that, and we congratulate him for these 2 goals today when there's a foul on Lucas Vázquez now, committed by Jordi Alba.
He did a great assist as well against Inter.
That is true as well,
Milan.
to provide the first goal to Rafinha.
Providing, yeah.
So all in all, not a bad week for Luis Suarez.
Not at all.
Okay, so 12 minutes remaining, plus added time. And Real Madrid are down 3-1. Barca are up 3-1, that means. 2 goals by Suarez, 1 by Coutinho. Marcelo scored for Real Madrid. The white side have the ball at the moment, but Dembele puts in his boot to intercept. Here's Toni Kroos back to Casemiro. Long ball looking for the run of Lucas Vázquez down the right. Benzema. Good little touches there by Benzema and Luka Modric, but Barca making it complicated for Real Madrid. Nacho.
But you can see that Benzema on the other half, you know, Madrid side, he's not a proper striker, you know. He's more someone who plays for the team, not as imagine Suarez that every time he has the target.
And Barca are on the run again. Here comes Rakitic down the middle. He's got Sergio Roberto, he's got Suarez to his right. There goes the ball. Suarez is going to put the ball inside. Roberto with a header. And how beautiful would it have been if we'd have gotten a reverse goal of what the third one was. Suarez with a cross, Roberto with a header, but it wasn't good enough this time.
It was a similar situation. One Barca player running towards Madrid, the defensive line, opening right to the right side of Barca, and then crossing the ball, and Roberto's not Suarez like heading the ball, so probably this is one of the reasons we didn't have the same outcome.
And I think that the ball has been put out of play right now because Marcelo cannot continue. Marcelo went down to the ground a couple of seconds ago when Real Madrid were attacking before the Barca counter-attack, and he's limping off, so there'll have to be a third substitution for Real Madrid. He'd had some trouble with some injuries right before the game. He was a question mark right until today, I believe.
Exactly.
And
so probably this is the reason that he's
and Real Madrid are going to go full on in an attack because Marcelo's the player leaving, but the one coming on is Mariano, who's a striker. So we'll see how that affects the team. They were already playing kind of with 3 defenders, with Nacho, Casemiro and Ramos. Marcelo leaves, in comes Mariano.
Even before they tried to play with 3 defenders in the back line, Nacho, Casemiro and Ramos, and then Lucas Vázquez as a kind of more winger with a lot of space, and Marcelo in the other side.
Real Madrid winning the ball back with pressure now. Benzema over to Isco with a shot. Oh, it's Asensio, excuse me. It wasn't Isco, it was Asensio. Sorry.
So I think that right now Asensio's going to takes
the role of Marcelo.
Right, and then Mariano and Benzema, they're going to be up front.
And Barca are preparing a third substitution as well as Clement Lenglet plays the long ball there. Sergio Roberto's going to win it back, and he's going to feed Suarez. Here comes Suarez, he's going to go one-on-one with Courtois. Suarez with a little dink, and it's a goal!
Absolutely fantastic! Absolutely.
Suarez! We wanted a hat-trick, and we've got one. Luis Suarez, what a finish!
Unbelievable!
Thibaut Courtois. Sergio Roberto with the effort to win the ball back, then the assist to Suarez, and it's a beautiful little finish. Uruguayo screams the fans, and Barca are 4-1 ahead. Volkovic, how amazing is that?
Unbelievable. Sergio Roberto took the second play, crossed the ball to Suarez, and then what a touch.
What a touch. There it is. We're going to see it on the screen.
What a Messi's touch.
Bad control by Sergio Ramos, who tries to bring it back down on his chest. Sergio Roberto gets the best of him, and then little dink by Suarez.
What a Messi's touch.
A hat-trick.
Yeah.
And the fans are roaring.
Fantastic.
Third substitution for Barca, by the way, is Arturo Vidal is going to come in, and Artur is going to be the player who's replaced. Ramos knows he's made a mistake, and Barca are surely going to win these 3 points now.
I'm pretty sure as well.
What an excellent afternoon. What an excellent debut for us as well here on Barca Live Match Centre. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook and we're on Twitter. And I'm sure all of the fans that can't watch the game and are following us are enjoying this thoroughly.
Barca's rolling the Clásico again against Madrid, the rival, you know, and it's going to be a high dose of positivism, energy for all the Barca fans across the world.
And I don't think we'd said this during our commentaries. We talked about it definitely before the game. Barca hadn't won their last 3 Clásicos here at Camp Nou. So Barca back on the winning side of this great game. And what a way to do so. Through ball by Dembélé in for Arturo Vidal, who is going to make his first attacking move of the game. Barca win it back, but it's a foul for Real Madrid.
Yeah, Arturo Vidal replaced Arthur. It's a substitution that Valverde usually does, probably because Arthur maybe is not used to having 2 matches per week, you know. He comes from another league, another dynamics, so probably he has to get used to that. And above all, because right now he wants to have a more solid team, and with Arturo Vidal probably he's gonna have it.
Real Madrid attacking as Barca win the ball back. The Barca fans chanting the anthem a cappella. Sergio Roberto trying to get to the ball, but it's going to be Casemiro who takes control of it. Here is Toni Kroos. And now 5 minutes remaining in the game, plus added time. We'll see how much is added on. 4-1, 3 substitutions for each team. Not much went on apart from that.
I think the referee is gonna show 3 more minutes for the extra time. It's what they usually do when
the conventional.
The conventional. I think that referee is gonna play safe in that.
Barca are running again. Suarez over to the left for Dembélé, who can go one-on-one. Is he going to wait for someone? Dembélé with a beautiful little touch for Arturo Vidal, back heel. Barca now keeping possession. Semedo on the right. Back to Sergio Roberto. And the fans chanting, ole, ole!
Big time right now at the Camp Nou. Madrid is chasing shadows.
Alba, Dembélé, Alba again, Arturo Vidal, ball taken away from him, but just momentarily. Here is Rakitic. Dembélé manages to stretch and keep that ball in play. He's going to go inside the box. Here's Dembélé with a cross. Arturo Vidal with that!
Absolutely fantastic.
Arturo Vidal! And it's a fifth goal for Barca. We're delighted. Barca 5, Real Madrid 1. And things look complicated at the beginning of the second half. But how has this ended? Oh my God. The fans are raising their hands with the number 5. Number 5. 3 for Suarez. 1 for Coutinho. And now 1 for Arturo Vidal. And he scored his first game. He scored his first goal as a Barca player. And what a game to do so. This time it came from Dembélé. Here it is, the replay. We're watching it on the screen. Dembélé keeps it.
It was a nice dribbling from Dembélé, and then Arturo Vidal
from Arturo.
Yeah, from the second line. Arturo Vidal is really great on that, and one of the reasons Barca signed him during this summer was because of that.
His physicality, but also his ability to make those runs forward. Well, he's been struggling for minutes in this early stage of the season, but this will surely boost his confidence. We can see the celebration there with Suarez and Semedo. And the fans are bouncing at Camp Nou.
The crowd are nuts right now.
What an atmosphere. So Barca are going to go top of the table with 21 points, and Real Madrid are going to remain out of European spots with 14. 7-point advantage for Barca against their eternal rivals.
Yeah, and there is a well-known statement in football that it's hard to win a league in October, but you can lose it, you know. And Madrid right now, they're in a very bad, in a low performance, and in this competition, La Liga, you cannot, allow this.
And the fans are now chanting, olele, olala, sed al Barça es al millor que hi ha, and that means being a Barça fan is the best thing there is. Barça are still attacking, and Sergio Roberto is inside the box. He finds Suarez, and Courtois with the save, preventing Barça from making it 6-1. What a chance for Suarez to make it 4 for himself.
That was a proper scissor shot from Suarez.
Now Madrid with a chance. The game is wide open, but Langley wins it back. Good recovery by Clement Langley under pressure. And he receives the applause of the fans. Barca want more, and Piqué's making the run forward now. Semedo with a run as well, and no, that's offside. Semedo was going for the goal, but the flag was raised. Was it offside? I mean, the linesman brought his flag up straight away. Didn't look like it from here, but probably the linesman had a better view.
I'm not sure, but Piqué step ahead and goes towards the other goal.
So we're going to see how much added time is given right now. Excuse me. Here's Isco trying to get in between two Barca players unsuccessfully. 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. And Barca are still running. Here comes Suarez. They want to beat their rival while they're still down. Suarez fell to the ground and was unable to create a more dangerous situation. So 2 more minutes are going to be played here at Camp Nou. It's Barca 5. Real Madrid 1 here on Barca Live Match Centre. Coming to you on YouTube, Twitter and Facebook. Real Madrid with an opportunity and almost making it 5-2, but
it was a nice
shot went wide
between Benzema and Mariano. Unfortunately, Benzema missed the shot.
Well, we said that Real Madrid had been better in the first minutes of the second half. With some good chances even to equalise, but then from the Suarez goal, it's been all Barca, and Real Madrid look like a mess right now. Here is Dembele, Arturo Vidal, Busquets. I think Barca are still going to try and create another chance. Make it 6 if they can. Here's Semedo. They're not playing conservatively. Semedo inside, Suarez trying to get in touch. Courtois comes towards the ball and gets a hold of it. What an excellent afternoon, Paul.
What a fantastic game. We left the Camp Nou. We were saying before that at the early stage of the second half, Barca was struggling a little. That's true. That's completely true. But games have its own chapters, you know. And if we break down the whole game, Barca was superior to Madrid in the whole. So.
Whistle, 3 points from Barca. It's been an excellent afternoon, and we're going to keep you here. It's Barca 5, Real Madrid 1 here at Camp Nou. What an excellent win for Barca. Great win for Barcelona. So, Paul, great. Players now talking to each other. The Real Madrid players are leaving. What an excellent win for Barca.
Congratulations to the team. Barca. Barca. Congratulations to the team. The whole players. They performed very well. Now they are appreciating the form of the crowd as well. They chant, they support the team the whole game. And we couldn't ask more for a Clásico, for this beautiful game at the Camp Nou.
Well, oh wow, only what I can say. I mean, it's been an excellent afternoon, Barca fans. We're going to be listening to one of the Barca players right now as soon as we can. We've still got the fans on their feet applauding the team applauding the fans for their support, and Barca have come out on the winning side of this Clásico. 5-1, Felipe Coutinho 1 goal, Arturo Vidal 1, and what an afternoon for Luis Suarez.
If we link to the mosaic, it was an artwork, you know, and on top of that, Barca, besides the beauty of its play and so on, Barca didn't give up when it struggled, you know, at the early stage of the second half, and that means a lot about the capacity of this team to get after and recover from the hard times.
Yeah, and we've got one of the fans asking us now, imagine if Lionel Messi had played. Would it have been 7, 8, 9? We never know, obviously, because this is an excellent result, but 5-1 against Real Madrid without Lionel Messi, the clear leader of the team. I mean, it is a reason for the fans to be excited.
Wow, it would have been like unbelievable. But probably before Madrid, it would be pretty scary. We know that we are in Halloween time, so Madrid would be more than scary if Messi would have played this game.
And we're going to be waiting for one of the Barca players to offer us his views. We're going to be able to listen to that right now. We're in a situation now in which, as I was saying at the end of the game, Barca are leaders of the league, and Real Madrid are 7 points away out of the European positions.
That's a huge gap between each other. We are looking at the faces of the crowd that they are living in the stadium, and they have a big smile in his faces. What else? Barca performed really well, and from the beginning, Coutinho, Suarez, Arthur, Busquets, they were absolutely great. Piqué leading the back line. And at Madrid, when they tried to get over, they didn't do it good enough, and Suarez above all. We were asking for him before the game, during the warm-up, to lead the attacking line, and he did it
He did it excellently. I mean, I can see the fans are still sending through their emojis. We encourage you to do that. And I think, Paul, we did one at the beginning of the game. I've just had an idea. Let's take another selfie, and this time with number 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going to take another one and post it on the social media of the club, and it's 5 goals. What an excellent afternoon it's been for Barca. Smile, Paul, and there we go.
There we go.
We're going to be posting that one on the social media. We're going to be able to listen, I believe, to Luis Suarez in just a minute. He's talking to the La Liga reporters, and in just a couple of minutes he'll be talking to our Barca TV mates, Marc Brau, down at the down next to the pitch. And so yeah, an excellent afternoon really. Barca have been the clear dominators of the game. Real Madrid had maybe 15-20 minutes in the second half. They could have equalised. I mean, we have to say it. Real Madrid had the chances to do so. An excellent goal by Marcelo at the beginning, and a very early goal at the beginning of the second half. And then they had chances. But who scored the next goal? Luis Suarez. So Barca went from 3-1 to 4-1, then to 5-1, and it could have been 6.
For sure. Barca ruled the first half at its best, and then Madrid had these 15 minutes in the second half. But, you know, then Barca switch again the dynamics and get after the other net, and Suarez with this unbelievable head gave Barca a lot of space, you know, oxygen to keep rolling and leading the game.
Well, the fans are gradually leaving. They're very happy. I mean, we can see some of the faces of the fans who are coming past us just to leave the stadium, and they're all smiling. I mean, come on, what a great win it was. We knew that Real Madrid were coming in maybe a little bit weaker than Barca, but could this result be expected? I don't know.
We were quite upset before the game because of the fact that Messi wasn't playing the game, and you know, he's the most important player of the team. But yeah, definitely it was great for Barca, Suarez, Coutinho. The left side was absolutely fantastic.
Okay, so I think that we can see Luis Suarez right now with the Barca TV reporters, so we're going to be able to listen to him just in a few minutes. We remind you that this is live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter, and the next few games are going to be very soon coming to you on the Barca app and fcbarcelona.com. We'll be able to listen to Suarez in just a couple of seconds. I believe we can.
Doncs sí, el gran protagonista del partit, l'autor d'un hat-trick, Luis Suárez. ¿Qué tal? Buenas noches.
Hola, buenas noches.
Has vivido grandes noches aquí en el Camp Nou. Me dijiste en una entrevista reciente, PSG y tal, pero ¿es esta tu mejor noche, tu mejor tarde aquí en el Camp Nou?
Bueno, creo que a nivel de equipo, por lo que se hizo en el partido contra el París en su momento, fue una noche increíble, inolvidable, aunque después no se haya podido conseguir lo que queríamos, que era la Champions. Creo que a nivel personal, obviamente también como equipo, ganarle 5-1 al Madrid en casa, uno convirtiendo 3 goles, ayudando mucho al equipo, eso más que vivir una gran tarde-noche, es inolvidable y quedará para el recuerdo de uno, ¿no?
¿Te acuerdas que en la entrevista que te hice en Barça TV te dije, has marcado en cada temporada? Y me dijiste, no me gafes, no ha ido mal, ¿no?
Y bueno, igual que Tito el otro día me decía, ¿no? Que después de hacer goles el domingo íbamos a hacer entrevistas, y bueno, también le había dicho lo mismo.
Hablemos del partido. Al final es un 5-1, pero la sensación es que el equipo hoy es uno de esos días que ha crecido, ¿verdad? Porque cuando incluso las cosas habían puesto peor, habéis sacado ese carácter y ese juego para acabar ganando.
Sí, creo que a nivel general hicimos un gran partido. En el principio jugamos con mucha tranquilidad, buscando los espacios que ellos dejaran. Nos pusimos con 2-0 en la primera parte, y en la segunda sabíamos que ellos iban a salir a buscar el resultado, a atacar un poco más, a generar más peligro, y bueno, y así fue, ¿no? Se pusieron 2-1, tuvieron alguna que otra ocasión, pero a nivel colectivo hicimos un gran trabajo defensivo. Creo que todas han estado espectaculares, y bueno, después tratar de aprovechar las ocasiones que generábamos a la contra para poder sentenciar el partido.
Y te hago la última ya, Luis. Viviste el 5-0 en la grada como hincha. Hoy el 5-1 en el cambio con un hat-trick. Mejor, ¿no?
Creo que sí, una de las noches inolvidables para mí a nivel personal, y obviamente que para la gente del Camp Nou vivir un 5-1 creo que no vive todos los días, ¿no?
Luis, gracias y enhorabuena.
Gracias.
Well, that was Luis Suarez talking to Marc Brau from Barca TV. And Suarez, just briefly, translating, he said it's an unforgettable night. It was great to be in it. He was here as a fan in a Barca 5, Real Madrid 0, and now as a player, he was in a Barca 5, Real Madrid 1. He said that the team struggled a little bit at the beginning of the second half, but they did a good collective effort to defend and then managed to take away a very important win. That's just about it, and we're going to say goodbye. Thank you very much, Paul Calvet. It's been an excellent afternoon.
Thank you to you, Robert. It was an amazing game. On top of that, the team above all was superb. And thank you as well to all the fans to be there.
Okay, Paul, so that's just about it. And we're going to say goodbye like this. Here we go. Goodbye. Thank you very much for watching.